Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? Welcome back once again to the Josh Potter Show. It's good to be here. It's good to, I don't know what it's good to. It's Eclipse Day. Did it screw me up? I feel weird right now. I'm not going to lie. We'll get into it. Anyhow, I have so many things coming up as far as live shows go that I am excited about. Oh my goodness, the calendar is full. I told Agent Roach to fucking grind me into dust, and boy, is he gonna attempt it in 2024, starting with April 26th and 27th. We're off to a hot start. April 26th, 27th, Huntsville, Alabama. It is coming up. I do hope you get tickets to that. After that, May 3rd, Seattle, Washington. Pleased to be coming to that show. Two shows, as a matter of fact, that evening, May 3rd. May 17th and 18th, Chicago, Illinois, the Comedy Bar. May 30th, Washington, D.C., the D.C. Improv. And May 31st, the Emmaus Theater in Allentown, Pennsylvania. June, we've got Houston, we've got Baltimore, we got Cleveland, we got Boston coming up later in the summer, we got Omaha, we got Des Moines, we got Portland, Maine, Long Island, all these things perhaps on sale, most of them, as a matter of fact. thejoshpotter.com thejoshpotter.com is where you can go check out what's on sale so far. Lots of things way into the deep summer and autumn, so go check it out. Also, I want to let you know, please rate, review, subscribe for this program if you haven't already. If you're new over here, come on by. Thank you for being here. Subscribe, like, comment, that whole thing. I appreciate it a great deal. What did I miss? Anything else? The twitch.tv/Josh_Potter. Bringing that back with Major League Baseball 2024. Patreon.com/The Josh Potter Show. That's about it. We got Alex, we got Kirsten, and doing a solo up. Did you guys watch the Eclipse? Did you do anything for the Eclipse today?
No, I didn't have the glasses, but Ryan said something about it happening, so I walked out and I looked at the sun real quick and I was like, oh yeah, we're not supposed to do that, and went back inside.
So you were at Sickler's and then you were there when the Eclipse was going on?
Yeah, we were at the studio.
Can I ask, how do you know? Because we were not in the path of totality. You can Google that. Type in the path of totality. It went from Texas down, coming across the old Mexican border there, like an illegal immigrant, and coming across the border up to Texas, and then it went all the way up to right across Buffalo, New York. I have been inundated with talks of totality, with the path of totality. I could tell you streets it went over, like the direct path. I think Harvard Street, one of my old haunts up in Buffalo, went over that. The perfect path of totality went over like where one of my college apartments was. That was crazy. But I don't care also. And I don't know that, could we even see it? I mean, like, what could we see? We're way over here on the left of the very beginning of the path after it came across Dallas there. What did we even see? What did you look at?
I did, like I said, I didn't see anything because it was so bright. I did have a friend in Dallas send me pictures of it. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like I don't know what's happening.
Isn't it supposed to be dark?
Well, I don't know if we saw any of it. Like Ryan mentioned that something was going on, and I walked out, but I didn't understand, so I just went back inside.
Did you notice on the highways they had signs, "Do not stop to watch Eclipse"?
No, I didn't notice that. I just got home yesterday from being back in Iowa, and I didn't notice that on anywhere on the ride home.
Wild. Alex, did you eclipse it up today or what?
I was on a plane this morning as the eclipse was happening.
Oh my god, that must have been amazing.
I was on the wrong side of the plane. I couldn't see like the pilot sun side.
We're on actually the wrong side of the sun, it turns out. Would you have been able to see it though? Were people like gasping for like, oh?
Honestly, it was a Spirit flight, so it's it wasn't the astronomy crowd on the Spirit flight, but I do know people specifically booked flights to look at the eclipse.
That's what my grandma said.
Yeah. In the sky?
People were booking flights just to be like, I'm going to see the eclipse from the sky.
I guess that would be pretty wild. You get above that cloud cover because that's what people were once. I don't know. It was months ago I started hearing talk from family members back home about the eclipse is coming. People are coming here to watch the eclipse. People are, the tourism in Buffalo, they actually closed down businesses. Like everything was shut down in Buffalo, which doesn't make sense in a tourism aspect, by the way. Wouldn't you want the business is open for all the tourists. But anyhow, nevertheless, people showed up to Buffalo as like a thing to watch the eclipse today, and there was cloud cover the entire time. Everything I've seen, people are showing pictures. I'm like, so it got dark at 3 o'clock? What is this, in October? That's all it seems like to me. So you experienced October, is what you're telling me.
What I did see was a lot of, dare I say, insane people predicting that this was the rapture about to happen. The eclipse.
God, I wish it was.
Oh my Lord.
I'll tell you my eclipse experience. I don't like, sort of being a daredevil when it comes to looking at the sun. Let's just say I'm standing on my last leg over here as far as sight goes. If I look up at the sun, I mean, that's me calling it a day. And so I am not going to do it. In fact, I'm not even going to be outside in case I perchance glance at the eclipse and it sears my remaining retina out of my face. So I stayed inside and I slept during it. I think I've done that through every eclipse. Because they have to have these special glasses, I'm not wearing extra glasses. I'm already walking around with these fucking things. Everyone's cosplaying as me today with these glasses. And I know I sound like I'm poo-pooing a celestial event of a millennia, but I'm not. I don't understand, other than like, unless you were in a plane, like you were saying, or perhaps you had a great view from a mountaintop or something and you got to see that black moon come across the bright sun. I don't know that people were literally staring at clouds and just being like, well, it's getting darker. I mean, that, like, unless you see that perfectly, and boom, I see it right there. Hey, is that the eclipse from today? Might as well be. I don't give a shit. Is that what it says?
I don't know.
Could you even Google? Let's see if you just type in Google right now a nice video of the eclipse, like one that maybe they'll put on the local news later. They're like, and on X we have user buttcheeks64 that submitted this video. I don't know what video. I mean, like that's the news now. They don't have reporters gathering things. They have
through the eyes of NASA.
Ooh, let's steal this content. Yes. Did you watch the eclipse? We should just have this playing.
I feel like they just edit they're showing it from different countries, I guess.
Well, no, this isn't, as it's passing, I suppose. I don't fucking know. They're in Mexico.
Oh, it's just in Mexico.
They got one from Buffalo. It's just clouds covering it. I mean, it was just crazy. And then my buddy, who's a cop, he listens to the program. Shout out. He knows who he is. He was telling me, because like they're shutting down everything. Everyone was expecting there to be like chaos in the streets with the eclipse. People just standing in the road or whatever. And he was sending me pictures today. He's like, man, the chaos from the eclipse is unbearable. And it's just an empty, like, people like stayed home, I think, for the eclipse at the end of the day. They didn't do anything. People are like sick. I don't have to go to work and it's going to get dark in the daytime and I can take a epic nap. Sounds pretty electric to me.
I would be down to watch the Twilight movie Eclipse in honor of today. Haven't seen that in a while.
I did see people doing that. I saw Spotify playlists of the Twilight Eclipse soundtrack. Pull that up. That is actually the dopest soundtrack in the history of film.
Oh, yeah, the one that they play at the baseball field.
What do you mean at the baseball field?
When they're playing baseball, I can't think what the movie is or what the song is.
Oh, I don't know the movie. You're acting like I've seen this. I have no idea. I've never seen one Twilight film. There is a real, I think it was the year 2008. Beyond that year, pop culture has just superseded. I haven't even seen all the Harry Potters. I saw a couple of them. Haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, I'm really bad when it comes to movie. I saw Inspector Gadget like 15 times in one day one time when I was a kid.
Exactly. When you're a kid, in high school or whatever, I mean, last week I was on here singing every word of Mary Poppins. I don't know. I mean, do you think that would have happened to me if I grew up in 2024? I don't think so. I don't know. I have no idea. Nevertheless, the soundtrack is Supermassive Black Hole by Muse. I played every song of the soundtrack on the radio. I remember when it came into the mail or whatever. What year was this? This had to have been, 14 maybe? I'm not sure, but every song on there, great soundtrack for a movie that I do not care about.
2008.
The soundtrack ripped, for sure. And yeah, probably because all of that music was popular in 2008, and that's like after then I'm just kind of like, flee up, I stopped doing the new music show, and I just stopped caring. Like, I used to consume everything that would come across, like articles, magazines. They had these, imagine a website on a piece of paper. All of a sudden I've gone hard boomer, and it is disgusting to me. I'm really just walking around waiting for. That's why I was wishing the Eclipse would just take me out. I was like, please let it be the Rapture. I can't possibly get any older and feel normal. But no, the Eclipse. I hope you had fun out there. Let us sound off in the comments. Let us know what you did for the old Eclipse that happened earlier today. Did you have an Eclipse party? Any excuse to party. That's what I thought Buffalo was going to do. I thought we were going to have a parade for the Eclipse. Bars were going to be just full of Eclipse people. It'd be looking like, imagine if everyone on the roof in Independence Day, when they were like, take me, they're all partying on the roof right before they get murdered. Imagine all those people didn't get murdered and just lived and went to bars afterwards. That's what I thought Buffalo was going to look like on Eclipse Day. But no, it's just emptiness. But let me know what happened out there, folks. Give me your Eclipse details. We got some fun sports stuff. Oh boy. Beep 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 beep. Oh boy, the sports world is a buzz. Baseball is back. I've been talking about it quite a bit. But one thing that I was looking forward to so much this year was Shohei Ohtani being on the Dodgers. And I did like when he was on the Angels. Either way, I was relieved that he was still going to be in Los Angeles. And I have the opportunity, if I can so provide, to go watch him play all the time. So I was excited that he stayed in LA and was on the Dodgers. Plus the Dodgers are just a juggernaut. Close personal friend Tyler Glass now joined the Dodgers. I mean, it is fun to see the Dodgers right now. If you're a Dodgers guy, if you hate the Dodgers, it is probably a nightmare, and I feel for you. But I was looking forward to Shohei Ohtani coming, and then there was the gambling scandal, and that put a little, made me a little sad. It put a little mire on it. You know what I said? I go, if he was gambling, I hope this interpreter just takes the fall and nothing happens to Shohei Ohtani, because I just don't want him to be I don't want to lose such a special thing that's happening. It's that awesome and special. And then, days go on after the gambling thing. Shohei Ohtani finally hits his first home run as a Dodger in Dodger Stadium. Oh boy, everyone was all abuzz. The first of many. I saw so many captions. The first of many. And he ran around the bases and, everyone was like, finally. Shohei Ohtani hit that home. I mean, finally, it's the third game or some shit like that. But it all happened so quickly for Amber Roman, who caught the first home run ball. The lifelong Dodgers fan watched as her husband dove to the ground with others in search of Shohei Ohtani's home run ball. Could you imagine that melee? This home run ball of an international superstar. People just saw bags of money flying at their face. So they're all on the ground. People are probably like, I mean, I can't believe no one died in that pile looking for this ball. Then Roman looked at the ground near her feet, and there it was. It just was laying by her feet. It's like a movie. She picked up the milestone ball, Ohtani's first home run with the Dodgers, pumped her fist in the air. I mean, I can't believe no one was like, poof. That would be, it actually goes to show that society isn't as far off the cliff as we imagine. When someone can just pick up this ball and be like, yay, and no one realizes how much this ball is worth and pummels this person. You know what I'm saying? Obviously everyone would see you. I mean, it's just one of these things where I think the worst of our humanity on oftentimes, and these kind of things bring a little tear to my eye, that nobody kills people for these home run balls. I can't believe it doesn't happen. Sitting in the pavilion, you always hope that you'll be able to catch a ball, Roman told The Athletic on Thursday, but never in a million years would I have thought it would have been his ball. Within minutes, however, the storybook moment turned into a stressful and chaotic situation that left Roman, and particularly her husband, Alexis Venezuela, feeling pressured and possibly swindled by the Dodgers security staff. So it wasn't even the people in the audience who I expected would maim and murder for this ball. They didn't even make these people feel terrible. It was the actual Dodgers security who I would venture to guess would probably be ready to protect the woman from these people doing this. But no, the security, they were the ones pressuring. It's because they probably were nervous. You would think, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They're nervous for her safety. Let's get her away from the people. We'll put the ball in a safe place so that you can enjoy your day and not worry about getting your throat slit for this fucking ball. As is customary with a significant home run balls, there is a give and take negotiation between the team and the fan who catches it because, you know, they want to get it to the player. The team wants to have it maybe in a memorabilia area or like a walk of fame or something to that effect. So they want to do things to get the ball. And they do things pretty quickly, I find out. They prey upon how new and fresh you feel. You're excited. Oh my God, this ball. How fucking infamous is it? It's going to get me a lot of money. And they go, yeah. No, of course. Here, do you want a baseball bat autographed? They do things like that. So let's see what they offered Miss Amber. The player will generally trade memorabilia and a meet and greet with the player in exchange for a ball that represents a meaningful personal achievement. I would just say, fuck you all the time. If it was like, and Shohei Ohtani's going to meet you and he'll give you his gloves, I would be like, I'm going to make $45 million from this ball. Pay me or fuck off, Dodgers. In this case, though, Roman and Venezuela's security staff separated the two of them, pressured them, and left them little choice but to hand over the baseball for what they considered a very low ball offer. The Dodgers initially dangled 2 caps signed by Ohtani in exchange for a ball that an auction house representative told The Athletic would be at least worth $100,000. I said $45 million. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know how much $1 million. I mean, it could very well grow to that amount, but an auctioneer said this one is $100,000 at the very least. Roman said the hardball tactics by the team officials included the threats of refusing to authenticate the baseball if she decided to take it home. Jesus. This is no trivial matter. The lack of authentication, the lack of authentication could significantly reduce the ball's value and place the onus on Roman to prove its authenticity. We're not trying to extort anyone. It's not that we're money hungry, said the husband. It's just that it's a special moment. It's a special ball. I just think it's fair for it to be equally rewarded. Agreed. And also, give me some fucking money. This is a lot of money right here. I'm going to take this fucking thing home. I would video the security being like, we're not going to authenticate that. And I'm like, well, why am I in security with you arguing about you getting it from me then? What now, secure? I put them back in their own box. You rent-a-cops. Get the real cops involved. I'll make a real scene. I want my fucking money. I would be so pissed if they came with 2 caps. I'd laugh in their face. I would laugh, and then I would video everything. Maybe they don't have their phones. I don't know. I was just disappointed that a team I hold so dear pulled a quick, quote-unquote, quick one on us. They left Dodger Stadium with 2 signed hats, a signed bat and ball, and a slight bump after the opening offer of 2 signed hats. Oh, I mean, I guess that's a bump up. They never met or talked to Shohei Ohtani. But, and this is another thing of Shohei Ohtani being either really weird or something else is going on. Ohtani in his post-game press conference on the subject, according to the translation of new interpreter Will Earyton, I think that's how you say it, he seemed to suggest either that they had spoken or that they had communicated in some fashion. It was not immediately clear if that was a misunderstanding or if Ohtani was intending to communicate that he had gotten a message to the fan who caught the ball. I was unable to talk to the fan and was able to get it back. Or it says, I was able to talk to the fan and was able to get it back, Ohtani said through interpreter Will. Obviously, it's a very special ball, a lot of feelings toward it. I'm very grateful that it's back. So that could have very well been just like a shitty interpretation. He could have been like, got a hold of the fan, touched base with him through my people, and the interpreter's just throwing him under the bus and is like, I met with the fan. It's like, I would murder my interpreter. The one that's gambling my money away sounds like a saint compared to a guy who's just like saying shit that I'm not saying. I mean, I guess this guy's new on the job. Maybe he's got to brush up on his Japanese. I don't fucking know. The Dodgers, through a team spokesperson, declined to discuss the fans' grievances. As for the negotiation, a team official told The Athletic the Dodgers are open for further conversation with the fan about the transaction. The couple is not upset what they received or did not receive as compensation for the valuable ball. Roman expressed more contentment with what she received, while her husband believes a fair deal could have been reached. They really took advantage of her. There was a bunch of security guys around her. They wouldn't let me talk to her or give her any advice. There was no way for us to leave. They had her pretty much cornered in the back. I mean, that's fucking tough. See, I'm a disenchanted Sabres fan. I am wearing a Sabres shirt right now, but like, I know the Sabres as a front office organization somewhat dog shit in terms of their details. And if I caught there would be no equivalent, but if I would expect the Sabres to do me dirty, to be quite honest with you. I would just be like, oh, it's the Sabres. They're not going to help me out here. They're going to fucking corner me in the back and treat me like dog shit. Venezuela said he has kept a distance from his wife by stadium security guards and told they couldn't talk to each other while they got to the Gold Glove Bar. That's where the offer was made. I would have had my fucking phone out the entire time. I'm like, even just to pretend, be like, I'm going in the Gold Glove Bar. This is fucking cool, dude. And then I'd be like, give me fucking $100,000 right now. Anyhow, that's pretty much the bottom line of that story. This is all the ingredients to hit that number, $100,000, and would go well and beyond it, says one of the auctioneer people. So that's what I wouldn't say $45 million. I don't think it's going to go that high. But it's definitely not just a fucking bat and a glove or whatever the fuck they got. Well, elsewhere in the baseball world, other people don't have it much better. Steve Gelbs, and I forget what broadcast team he's on, but they were visiting the Cincinnati Reds at old Great American Ballpark, one of the better ballparks in America. I haven't had the pleasure to go quite yet. I do plan on going here in 2024. Of course, we've had Tom Brenneman on this program. The Reds are a fun team. I made a futures bet I think it was plus 5,000 for them to win the World Series. So I'm a big Reds guy. Gotta say, do love me some Reds. So this isn't shade at the Reds. This is more shade at the press pool. You got to take what you can get in some of these places. I know you're a major league ballpark beat reporter, but sometimes you got to eat out of a vending machine. All right? You're not going to get 5-star catering at every venue. Okay? So Steve Gelbs here, he's bitching about some of the food. They got a lot of downtime in baseball, as you know. So he's bitching about some of the fare for the reporters in the food section.
One of the keys to my job is to give everyone a sense of place who's not here with us in Cincinnati. And, you know, I don't want to oversell this or overdo it, but I think that we found maybe the most vile thing that we have experienced in nearly 2 decades on the air. This is a vending machine right outside the truck. I know everybody's really into the new food offerings here at all the ballparks, but they don't really seem to care about our crew. This is what you can get in vending machines. Burritos, hamburgers, chili cheese dogs, tuna fish, and, I have not seen a soul go to that vending machine and take something out. So I thought to myself,
no, I get it. It's a LOL. Ha ha ha. The vending machine. Ugh, atrocious. No one's ever eaten out of it. I can't believe this is the thing that our crew gets. This is the thing about media, folks. It's so, they all want free. They all think they should get free food all the time from all the places, but they don't care about making a livable wage from the network that employs them. Why isn't the fucking, I forget what the hell it is, SNY or whatever the fuck it is, whoever broadcasts the Mets, why can't they get the crew some lunch? They go, oh, you're going to get some food at the stadium. And then they show up and there's a fucking vending machine there. It's like, blame your fucking network. That's who he should, maybe that's why he's doing this. I would hope it's because he's trying to get SNY, whatever, Sports New York or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know. I've never heard of SNY. I've heard of MSG. I've heard of, but this is one they played the Mets on. I've watched it 100 times on my MLB app. But get your fucking boss to get some lunch for your crew, or pay them enough livable wage to, like, you know, go maybe have a burger or something. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. So he keeps going, and we hear about the food. You know, you can play it. They're playing the psycho music or whatever.
It is my job, just as a journalist, to do it for all of you.
Don't act like you haven't eaten out of a fucking vending machine before, Steve Gelbs.
A cheeseburger here, a chicken salad sandwich, but the one that I heated up before was a chicken, rice, and cheese burrito.
Can you pause it again?
Okay?
I have eaten all of those things. I have eaten every single item that he just held up out of a vending machine before 1,000,000 times.
He didn't even go after, like, the bad ones. Like, if you're going to be shitting on things, like, I would think you'd pull out the chili cheese dog, because that is kind of concerning.
Oh my God, it sounds delightful. I have had gas station egg salad. I mean, I have had everything that you would consider dog shit.
I've had gas station sushi. I've done
had
things that are concerning.
Sushi. I don't give a shit. The other day, there was shellfish in something I bought from a gas station. That was alarming to me, but I was like, well, I guess I'm either going to die or just eat this. Either way, he acts so above this. Oh, I can't possibly eat this burrito. I can't eat this. What was the other thing? A chicken salad sandwich?
Oh, yeah, chicken salad sandwich, a hamburger.
That is a delight. I will walk to 7-Eleven right now and go, dinner is a chicken salad sandwich in the 7-Eleven. By the way, they have the spicy chicken salad sandwich. Oh, it slaps, dude. I would go eat that just for a delicacy right now. Don't act like this is such lowly food. Maybe it's been in there a while and it might be old. But either way, it's frozen. And I mean, I can imagine biting into that burrito and just feeling that cold piece, the cold chunk. Keep it going. Let's see what Steve Gelbs dies or pukes or whatever he thinks is going to happen to him.
Chicken, rice, and cheese burrito.
The chicken, rice, and cheese burrito.
I checked the ingredients on the back. I counted them, did a rough count. There's over 90 ingredients in this. I'm doing it.
90. And we'll be back with Steve Gelb here in a moment after we.
What are you doing? I mean, this harkens back to Kramer eating that one wrinkled hot dog in the vintage movie theater. Right.
Oh my God, Vince Scully's rolling over in his grave.
I can't even imagine. Are you planning to get on a plane later today?
I am.
Oh, wow. Did you check the expiration
Nah,
date?
he likes it. He's trying to act like he doesn't. He loves that burrito so much right now.
But I can't make out the year.
Why is he eating so much?
Yeah, no one told him to take the second bite, and he's going in for thirds. He's just a hungry man.
He'd just be like, "You're gonna fart up that fucking plane later, partner."
I feel like he's trying to just pull a fast one on us. I feel like they have media rooms normally that have a little bit of something in there.
Well, he's claiming that they don't. That's the thing. It's all they got is that vending machine. And I've heard of bad media rooms.
He's claiming.
Been in a few myself. And you should see these fucking vultures out there. If there's even a slight morsel of good food, these fucking media vultures. Oh my God. If you've got a lamb around, you're like, oh, pizza. Oh, and they act like fucking animals or children or combined. And Steve down there eating a burrito. Steve, you going to be shitting yourself on the plane later or what? That's what basically they were asking him. Steve, you're going to be flying on a plane? Oh boy, I hope I'm not sitting in row 64C over there. Ew. So Steve Gelbs is still alive, folks. He didn't die from the vending machine food. And that is wonderful news. I got to tell you, today's Josh Potter Show brought to us by the old GameTime app. Speaking of sports, oh my God, I'm going to use the GameTime app and go search for so many baseball tickets this summer. I cannot wait. And if you don't have plans this weekend, check out the GameTime app. They've got other things other than just baseball games. They've got all the sports. They've got all the theater, music, concert events, and they take all the hassle and guesswork out of buying the tickets with awesome last-minute deals, all-in prices, and you even get views from your seat, and they have their lowest price guarantee. I was just looking up how much Angels tickets were costing, and boy, oh boy, are they cheap on the GameTime app. Maybe they're just cheap in general, but on the GameTime app, I can buy so many of them. They're $1. They're $1. And Nicole from the GameTime app, they send me a little alerts because I have the Angels as a notification on here, and they send me alerts in my email, and they say, hey, Angels tickets are low. They're going to eventually, I think they're going to give me money soon for these freaking Angels tickets at the end of the day. But when you find the tickets of your dreams, your purchase, by the way, going to be covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. So right now you can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with the GameTime app. Download the GameTime app, create an account, use code Potter for $20 off your first purchase. That's code Potter, Potter, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code Potter for $20 off. Download the GameTime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Ba-dum-bum-ba-ba-dum. Bum 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 Oh boy, I've been talking too much lately, I feel like. Check out Behind the Jeans every Wednesday, live 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on the Your Mom's House YouTube channel. Live for members, on the replay for everybody else. So become a member. It helps the Roach out a great deal. But yeah, I've been going up on stage at like 1 a.m. every night and doing a lot of podcasting. So the old Roach, his throat is tired. He needs one of those burritos from the Great American Ballpark vending machine. God, I'm going to have dreams. I'd love, when I go to Great American Ballpark, I hope someone in the media takes me to that vending machine. I'll clear that shit out. I'll make it so that they have to bring a new delivery. And you get some fresh shit in there. Let the Roach be your vending machine dumpster. Give me sauced up. I'll go down there. Fucking spend $100 on that fucking vending machine. You kidding me? Anyway, in the news.
Can't abide such idiocy any longer.
Oh boy, I got this one sent to me quite a bit, but Garrett W. sent it initially. Have you? I thought Kirsten would have been all over this story.
I was surprised you haven't talked about it yet.
Well, I wanted to wait till you were here. You thought of me when you saw it?
I immediately thought of you when I saw it.
Why? Because I would do this?
No, not at all because of that. I just thought this was a great topic to probably discuss with you, but I mean, shit,
well,
would you do it?
The headline says, Conjoined twins Abby and Brittany Hensel first gained national attention when they appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show back in '96. Now the sisters have reached a major life milestone. Abby is married. Now, by the way, I did see the story, but I did not know that they discern that one is married and the other isn't. I thought they were just both married. I guess you can't. Here's the thing. Legalities being what they are, the contract of marriage being what it is, we still, despite some progress in other areas, we do not allow for polyamorous marriages. So Abby and Brittany could not legally marry someone. You know what I'm saying? If they are two separate souls,
I hear you.
They are not to be wed at the same time to the same person. That's just logistics. Now, if you're combining their souls and you're saying that's one soul in there, yet you're giving them two names, then they're both married. You see what you're picking up what I'm putting down here?
I am comprehending the words that you are throwing at me.
Now, that being said, despite all of that, they must have to have an understanding, like, we have to love the same person. This is a polyamorous relationship. Even though we have the same vagina, right? They have the same vagina?
They do. I believe, like, everything from the waist down they share.
So, we're both experiencing this orgasm. We have to be in agreement. Two
Fingers
brains,
crossed, sisters.
Imagine how, women talk about. I don't have a vagina. I'm not a woman. Not yet, anyway. Still time. My career could take a couple more plummets, and we'll test everything we can out. But I would imagine, it's tough enough for women to come as it is. They say, many of them. Oftentimes their brain getting in the way of their vagina. Now they have two brains getting in the way. Could you imagine how tough it is to get two brains to come? What if one comes and the other doesn't? They both they like different things.
I never even thought about that. What if one takes What if one's close and the other one's just like, oh god, cook something soon, and
her eyes are rolling in the back of her head,
and it ruins it.
Yeah, and one likes it really rough, and the other one's like, I like it soft. It's like they're both. It's like this poor guy's doing double duty over here. He's got but it's on the same vagina. It's got to be a head fuck, but also it could be a hell of a good time. What the hell? This guy, I mean, I haven't even gotten into the article. I don't know what's going on here with their lives. I just have so many sex questions for them. Do they both blow him?
If they're not, it's the other one's oddly close to it. It's oddly close to it.
I never even thought about doing a double blowjob at the same time. I just meant does he just go, oh, today I'm going to go in this mouth. Today I'll go in this mouth. I mean, golly, I want to ask him so many questions. We'll never know the answers to all the questions that I have, but I'm going to pose them all to you. And if you know any answers out there, sound off in the comments. Maybe your friends, close personal friends with the husband. Who knows? Maybe he was talking tales out of school one time at a bar and was like, yeah, I fucked both the mouths.
Because I also consider this what if she, does she have to put head or earplugs in and blindfold herself, or does that make it almost worse for her?
Is the other head
does that make it kinkier?
Is the other head even really there, or is it just could you? Is it does it talk? I mean,
I think
because all of this article says a lot's happened in the last decade. Abby, 34, is now married, according to public records. Abby, a teacher, and Josh Bowling, a nurse and United States Army veteran, tied the knot in 2021. So they're just talking about one of them. The other one's just along for the ride. This woman's a teacher, and what if the other one was a high-powered lawyer? I mean, they're just splitting their time. They have two jobs. I mean, they're both teachers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, does the other one talk? Does it do anything? It's just, this is my dream. I wish I was just attached to a more successful vessel. Do you know what I mean? I'm just hanging off a good-looking guy. I'm just hey, what's up? No, yeah, I don't do anything. I mean, this guy does everything. He fucks. He's got a job. I'm just a deadbeat hanging off over here. They don't talk about this other one it does anything.
She's please just respect my privacy, guys. I don't want anyone to know that I exist.
The sisters also shared photos of the wedding on social media. The couple live in Minnesota. That implies poor Brittany lives somewhere else. She lives there too. She doesn't even get a say in the house. She's just a prisoner on this woman. That would be wild if that's the thing. What's the one's Abby? She controls everything except for Brittany and her thoughts, and she's just a prisoner. What's going on? I need to know.
I'm being mind fucked so hard just the more we talk about it. I don't know. I don't understand.
Abby and Brittany are dicephalous conjoined twins and share a bloodstream in all organs below the waist. Abby controls their right arm and leg, and Brittany controls the left. Doesn't sound like Brittany controls much other than the left. That's all I'm saying. She's over there. She can't control who they get married to, what house they live. What if Brittany falls in love with someone else? And then what? She's just going to have that guy move into the house that the other two already picked?
And then he has to get along with that guy too?
Yeah. He's got to fuck at the same... They got to share of it to be well, I'm going to fuck him tonight.
This says they each have their own heart, stomach, and spine and can write separately. And they can eat separately. They do things separately and at the same time. They're two people in one body.
Do you think they ever try to fight each other?
Can't abide such idiocy any longer.
I mean...
the sisters themselves.
Yeah, they must...
each control one arm.
I don't want you to marry this fucking guy. I'm sick of him, grunting in my ear. I'm not even attracted to this person. And you're fucking him? We would have a no-fuck rule if you were my conjoined twin. Me and my conjoined twin would not have... I mean, I guess we're boys, so it'd be we'd have a fuck everything rule and be hey, this is pretty sick, dude. Thanks for getting it. But if I was a woman, I would have a no-fuck rule for conjoined twins. There's some pervert grunting on you. You know he's a fucking pervert. This guy's not normal. He's just like, yeah, I'm just a U.S. Army vet. I like fucking my conjoined. I fell in love with a conjoined twin. I mean, she must have a captivating personality. What are the other ones? Just a stick in the mud? I mean, you gotta like them both, is what I'm saying.
I mean, that's what he says. How could you pick between the two? Sir, you can't.
You literally have no ability to. Only about 1 in every 200,000 live births result in conjoined twins. Isn't this a pejorative word, conjoined twins? I thought it was. Approximately 70% of conjoined twins are female. That's the problem with all these pejorative terms and things like that, these sticky words that you can't say.
I think conjoined is the correct one.
I know, I can't tell anymore. When I hear the correct one, I just go, I'm saying it too much. I'm saying it too often. In 2003, documentary Joined for Life. I guess I got to watch this fucking thing. Patty, I'm watching all these documentaries about kids getting touched. Oh boy,
sorry, it's on YouTube for free.
Kill it with fire. Wait, what? No,
I'm gonna put that on my watch later.
Oh boy, what happened? What was that? It was my phone. Oh god. So anyhow, this is a documentary that happened in 2003. Hopefully they weren't having sex yet. There's probably something that could have worked because those organs do work for them, Patty. Wait, what? Oh, they talked about having children one day. That is probably something that could work because those organs do work. So they'd have like the same kid because of the waist down or the waist up. They're going to be like, you're pregnant, I'm not. And then it has to pass through the other. So that means if they are the waist down the same and they have separate like ovaries, this guy could be shooting it up there and it's choose your own adventure for these jizz. It's going up into, which one does it go into? I don't think that's how it could work. I think if you have one, is it one vagina, 4 ovaries? That can't be possible. Where are the ovaries? Below the waist?
That's why I'm wondering. Like when they say below the waist, like is it actual
that's a great
organs?
Question for a 38-year-old man.
Where are
the ovaries? I don't know anything about the female reproductive system. No, but I guess they're in your pussy still, right? So they've got just 2.
Yeah, the ovaries are just right in the pussy. Actually, I wish you could ask that as a serious question to Dr. Drew. Just be like, you know how he was so perplexed about people thinking semen lives in the balls. The ovaries are in your pussy is probably the best thing I've ever heard.
I'd call him right now, but he's probably like talking to Elon Musk or something.
I hope you hold on to that one because that is that's a loaded question that we need to unravel.
Are the ovaries just in the pussy? I mean, of course, I know they're on the outside of it, but how far up? How big's an ovary? Now I stumped you. Fucking expert. Anyhow, my brain's in all sorts of a pretzel. Why doesn't anybody, for all the documentaries and all, see, they're right next to it. Your penis is like basically, so they've only got 2 ovaries, we're going to say.
Yeah, I feel like if they're saying waist down, they specified stomach and other stuff, but they didn't say reproductive
I didn't know if the ovaries were a little north, maybe up in the tummy. I don't know. Maybe they are, but they're not. So... Looks like they have one, but where does the baby go? In one stomach?
In the pussy mainly. No. No, I mean if it's just one uterus, then it's just chilling in that one uterus, I think.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I mean,
now, do you think the baby would automatically also come out conjoined?
Might even come out.
Kidding.
Might come out 0.5 for all I know. Instead of 2, you're going to get a half of one. It's all... I mean, for all the documentaries and all the interviews and all the time these two have spent on television, why is no one asking these important questions? Why am I so confused about these things? These are the types of things we need to get to the bottom of. I need to have my own 60 minutes expose with the 2 twins. Or with... Yeah, I guess that's what you say.
You know what I thought when I read this? Like, they're teaching 5th grade in Minnesota.
They're not teaching it. Abby's doing it. Brittany evidently doesn't do shit. Brittany just sits on her fucking neck over there and just is like, does she take naps? I mean,
sitting on her neck over there.
I don't know what Brittany does. Brittany has no ambitions, it turns out. That's what based off this article.
They either have the most understanding 5th grade class year and year through, or they are just getting roasted for a profession.
My teacher has 2 heads. Everyone's like, come on, what do you... I mean, these kids have crazy imaginations. It's like, no, actually, her teacher does have 2 heads. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. That's what the parent-teacher conference. Oh, boy. I mean... They're riding a motorcycle there. That seems oddly dangerous. I mean, because they're controlling different sides. That's like riding a bike.
If he does get them pregnant, who goes on the birth certificate?
Abby.
As mother. Well, but if they're sharing it.
I mean, they get to be married and they don't have to share a marriage license. So I guess they got to just stick with what's the, It's funny. The kid grows up and they're like, we have Abby as the mother on the birth certificate, but she really has Brittany's fire.
Oh my God! Call her Aunt Brittany, even though she's connected to your mom. Are you confused which one is yours?
These things need to be addressed, folks. This is a fucking crime that it's not. The fact that we have so many questions that we do not have the answers to is a crime, and you need to. We gotta like campaign to get these people in front of me so I can ask them these questions. I don't know. I mean, I could have spent the entire show on this. We're going to save this entire pile of news because I just am so fucking thrown by all of this. Speaking of babies, this is a funny thing I saw on Sophie Buttle's Instagram. And Sophie Buttle, by the way, a very funny comedian. You might have seen her on After Midnight on The Late Show. I mean, she's done late night so many times. She's so funny. I would have her on the show, but every time I have people on the show that I'm like, that I admire, I do terrible. So I just have my friends. I admire my friends, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying, like, I'm comfortable with them. That's why I have my friends on so regularly is all I'm getting at. But let's watch this. This is very funny. I don't even know. Is this China, would you say? I'm going to make you guess.
I'm going to say this is an Asian country.
Yeah, that's what I can't figure out which one. Those letters, it doesn't look Chinese to me. I'm going to say Taiwanese. That's a leap.
I'm going to say it's not Korean because it doesn't look like that Korean hotel or the Korean shirts I see all the time.
Korean ones have like little circles and stuff in them sometimes. Guess the Asian font, folks. Which Asian country is this font from? I'm going to go Taiwan. What do you think there, Alex? You're more
I'm going to go it's Mandarin? Fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna go Japanese because they look like the symbols on Yu-Gi-Oh cards from when I was a kid.
Yeah, I just don't think Chinese looks... I think Chinese, I thought, was more like blocky and stacked on top of one another, right? Or is that Japanese?
Actually, just Googled a sample of Chinese writing and one of the symbols looks the same. So I could be fully wrong, but I think it might be Chinese.
I'll go Chinese based off the name Easy Peasy Chinesey.
Fuck.
Where's that?
That's the name of this page that this is on. Easy peasy and Chinesey. That's my.
Well, I thought it was
no
China
more lemon squeezy here. From now on, we got a new saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've been saying that one for years. I thought, though, I did think it was China because all of these children have, let's just say, a very interesting tale about how they come to this earth. Let's watch it.
哪里来的？爸爸说我是从菜市场买来的，我是从马路上借来的。
So far, we saw I was bought at a food market. What was the first one? Did you see that?
That was that one. Bought at a food market, and the second one was picked up from the streets.
Yes, because people are watching at home. There are children in a line, and what looks like a gymnasium at a school or something, and they're in a line, and I'm not sure what they're being asked. You know, how did you come to this earth, or how were you born, or something like that? Maybe how were you born? I can't read the Mandarin lettering, but I'm assuming that's what it was. So let's start it again here. Oh, what was that first one say?
That was that, but I was trying to
not rewind this.
It said, where did you come from?
Okay, where did you come from? I was trying to go back and find that. Okay. So this one was bought from the food market.
And they're not, this is real. Go ahead. Picked up from the streets. A delivery guy delivered me. I jumped off a rock. I'm an angel. I came down from that one was nice. I came from home. I was picked up in a trash can. I swam here from the ocean. What does that one say?
I was given as a gift when my parents topped up the phone.
I don't know.
I was given as a gift when my parents topped up the phone.
My mom gave birth to me. That was the last one. Oh, that was the only one that was like, okay, no trauma happened for you yet. But that's what makes them so mentally strong. Is the one kid was like, I was found on a rock.
Oh, okay. So over here on the side, it says vocabs from the video. And when he says topped up the phone, I guess it means like phone bill.
Oh,
came
so
from the phone bill, maybe?
What I think was she was in exchange for the phone bill.
Oh no!
Mom and Dad's phone bill came up, and so they traded me for the phone bill. I think that's what it might be. I don't know. What else did it say in there? Anything in that vocab?
No. I mean, just the fact that the one kid came from a trash can, which. We could only wonder. There's one set of parents that was like, listen here, kids.
There is no doubt in my mind that these children will grow up and they will take over the United States with the help of their country. I mean, this is who we're up against, folks. I mean, they are mentally strong. We got kids that are like, I heard a kid the other day screaming outside my apartment because his mom wouldn't let him use an iPad. This kid's like, I was found on a rock.
I flew out of a rock.
I swam from the ocean. They just found him on a beach, so that's what his parents were like. Yeah, you swam from the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like dark stuff going on there. But we have one last, I think this is a feel-good story. TJH on Twitter sent this to me amongst other people about a real animal lover. What? A Texas nurse and her husband facing what the hell happened over there? Jeez. A Texas nurse and her husband are facing a slew of charges after cops allegedly discovered a video of her having sex with the family's Great Dane. Great Dane, the world's largest dog. Now that is a hell of a fucking sentence there. And this is one of those stories of, well, that's sure unlucky. According to cops, Jolie and William Mitchell Keene, 52, are also facing child pornography charges. Now, how does that happen?
Yeah, just a nice one to end on here. He said a real light one to end on.
Feel good tale. They're caught.
Can't say tail.
It was the alleged bestiality video that stunned police. They're not stunned by child pornography anymore, these police. They're stunned by the bestiality one. They're like, oh, child porn? See it every day. Oh, what? This lady's getting fucked by a Great Dane? Now, this is something. And by the way, nearby residents said to the press that the pair were known as big animal lovers. I mean, was that someone doing an LOL? That's not fucking cool. They can't be like, they were known as animal lovers. I mean, what did they say when they went around to the people? They're like, did you know William Mitchell Keene and Jolie Keene, they fucked their Great Dane? And they're like, oh, they always were animal lovers. You can print that. Anyhow, one joke to local reporters that the husband was nicknamed Pet Detective. LOL, the dog got fucked. We're talking about it. They're LOLing in the streets about this, all the neighbors. Also, they're pedophiles, for the record. But ha. The Keenes were arrested March 27th following Williams' arrest for allegedly masturbating at an H-E-B supermarket in Spring, Texas. While this guy's just racking up the crimes. The father of two, oh boy, who goes by Mitchell, is accused of pleasuring himself while following children around the store. When detectives searched his phone, they got the shock of a lifetime, alleging that in addition to dozens of child pornography videos, they got the shock of a lifetime. Not the dozens of child pornography videos on the phone. They found one featuring his wife engaged in what cops described as multiple sex acts with a dog. He was charged with indecent exposure on March 13th. Later, he was also charged with indecency with a child by exposure. The twosome's home was then raided by police, P. Diddy style, and they were taken away in handcuffs. Officers rescued the couple's 2 children, aged 18 and 10. That's not a child anymore, the 18-year-old. I'm just saying, I mean, the 18-year-old could have been rescuing the 10-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, get out of there. Get the dog out of there. The dog. Free the dog, too. We don't know what kind of environment they were exposed to on a regular basis. Maybe they weren't exposed to anything. Maybe they were exposed to a lot. That says Montgomery County Sheriff's Lieutenant Ken Washington. The male suspect, U.S. Navy veteran. Oh, another one. While his wife is a family nurse at a clinic called Total Men's Primary Care. She was fired on Monday. I would hope so. Total Men's Primary Care. Oh, a nurse. This is wild. Jolie was then charged with bestiality and Mitchell with processing fewer than 100 images of child pornography, a third-degree felony. They were both released on bail. Still, for cops who have seen everything, this alleged incident was particularly shocking. It's not normal. In the 20-plus years I've been doing this job, it doesn't cease to amaze me, Washington said, alleging in a major understatement. But then you see an animal involved, which makes this odd. I like how they're just so shocked about the animal. Like, yeah, caught kitty pouring 100 images. A dog? My, oh my. Now I've seen it all. LOL, call the police. Or call the press, I'm saying.
Can't abide such idiocy any longer.
That was a good one, huh? You didn't like that one to end on?
I am perplexed.
There's a lot to unpack. I'm still wrapped up in all the twin talk. And twins? Conjoined? Guy's like, hell yeah. Got such a boner. Anyhow, folks, I hope you do come see the Roach live out on the road. So many shows. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can go and check out all the dates. The most pressing one being the 26th and 27th of this month, April, in Huntsville, Alabama. May 3rd, Seattle. May 15th through 17th, or what is it? Yeah, 17th and 18th, excuse me. Going to be in Chicago, Illinois. May 30th, Washington, D.C. May 31st, Emmaus, Pennsylvania, with Tim Butterly on that bad boy. So that's all of May. Go over to thejoshpotter.com and make sure you check out the tickets. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you can send in all your articles. I've already got next show planned, basically, because we spend so much time talking conjoined twin stuff. And I'm glad we did. We didn't really get to the bottom of much, but we raised a lot of questions. And I hope you... TheJoshPotterShow@gmail.com, by the way, is where you can send in an email and maybe answer some of those questions. Or if you know how to get in touch with Brittany and Abby, I'd like to ask them myself. We are going to get Al Madrigal on this program. We talked about it. I'm waiting for our schedules to align, and then we will have him on the program. Let him say his piece. Anything else I should mention? Oh, Behind the Jeans every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time for YouTube members of the Your Mom's House YouTube channel. And then we've got it free for people after that on replay. But if you're watching this program, I hope you rate, review, subscribe, all that horse shit. Please to be doing that. I would love it a great deal. It helps me out. I love you very much. Thank you to Kirsten. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to Bobby. Have a great day, folks. We'll see you next time on The Josh Potter Show.
Coming to you live and direct with the Roach. We shotgun the beers, I got time for a toast. It's the only place I get my sports like for real, son. He taught us nobody's more sus than Russell Wilson.
Here's the deal, son. Won't find us in Walmart. Josh Potter, keep it frank, kinda like a ballpark. It wasn't nothing talking all that jism. Turns out there's a lot of semen terrorism.
Now it's time we hit him. Bringing Votto to the plate. Roachy, your wards with Chase O'Donnell the Great. Let me stop for a second, cause it's Ask Marty time. Cause it's idiocy, you know I cannot abide.
Not a fan of these guys, gonna damage the rise. Worse than the host known as the Roach. Leave an idiot woman standing on the side, or looking like she just tripped into a moat.
I'ma kill this Henny beat like murder. Been in more studios than most have ever heard of. Pleased to be listening, hit that like and subscribe. So many bills, hats got the mafia vibe.
A lot to describe like a Roach reporter. Teacher on OF, don't report her. Trying to live life with my mannequin wife and my mannequin kids, if that's my mannequin right.
Been a fan of this guy since the Roach Motel. Couple 100 weeks in, still funny as hell. From the tit cups to back sis and blind eyes, Potter has one of the best shows of all time.
Now watch this drive. Pop a couple tall cans with the Roach King and caught the vibe. Ready to pour more, scurry out the floorboards, hit like, comment, and subscribe.